Okay. The residents of the area, Mr. Chair, there are about 100 beneficiaries, residents, more or less. Of this,
Mr. Chair, may I make a manifestation that this slide was taken during the height of Sendong, Typhoon Sendong.
Mr. Chair, he can make manifestation
Mr. Chair. This was taken during the Typhoon Sendong, Mr. Chair, not in Laman. This is not in Laman.
Noted. Please do not engage.
Ito ang wow trending. Napatanggal ng kanyang face mask ang chairman dahil sa panay sabat ng sabat ni Oaminal. Lumalabas kasi na tugma sa pool ang nooy kongresista ng Osamis na si Oaminal. Ayaw kasi niya na binabanggit ang kanyang pangalan habang binabasa ni Congressman Marcoleta ang kanyang presentation. At dito, tila ba nagkainitan na ang sagutan nang ipinakita ni Congressman Marcoleta ang kanyang mga heavy equipment na pagmamay-ari din pala ni Oaminal. Hindi matapos-tapos ang pagsasalita ni Congressman Marcoleta dahil sa hindi lang makulit at sabat ng sabat na si Oaminal. At dito, gumawa ng palusot si Oaminal na kaya nila ito nirelocate ang mga residente dahil ang lugar daw ay palaging binabaha. Pero hindi nakalusot ang mga palusot ni Oaminal dahil alam pala ni Congressman Marcoleta na ang picture na ipinakita ay hindi kuha sa Laman, ang lugar na dinimulis ang mga bahay. Bago pala pumunta sa Congress hearing ay nagtanong-tanong pala si Congressman Marcoleta sa mga residente at hindi daw sa lugar ng Laman ang picture na ipinakita ni Oaminal. Dahil 5 years ago na pala ito at ito daw ay sa bagyong Sindong pa. Oh my God! Kaya nagbasa ako ng mga comment at dito nakita ko na hindi na Oaminal, hindi rin Oaminal ang tawag nila kay Henry, kundi tinawag nila itong DS, animal. Oh my God! Panoorin natin ang video.
Yung local auditor po, hindi ba? Mag-i-start kayong...
Director Vocal, please answer.
Good morning, Your Honor. I will answer the question, Your Honor.
Hindi po ba nag-i-start kayong mag-audit pagka kung minsan mobilization payment ay binigay na o kaya sa first billing? Tama po ba?
Our audit in the Commission on Audit, Your Honor, is on post-audit basis. So that the payment for mobilization will reach us on post-audit, then that will be the proper time that we will audit the payment.
So, hindi kayo nag-audit pagka nagkaroon ng mobilization o kaya first payment?
We will audit, Your Honor, once the boot share will be received by us.
Kaya nga, halimbawa, yung mobilization fee o kaya first billing, babayaran nyo na yung contractor, hindi ba? So, i-audit mo yun, tama?
That is subject to our audit, Your Honor, right? But we have to wait for the boot shares to be submitted to us. Because there's nothing to be audited if we don't have copy of the butcher, Your Honor.
In this particular case, meron ng mobilization fee kasi ongoing na yung project, di ba?
But the butchers, Your Honor, the corresponding butcher is still with management and we have to wait for management to submit it to us for our post-audit.
Are you telling me, Mr. Auditor, that the first billing or the mobilization payment nandun pa sa pinoprocess pa lang?
There's a reglementary period, Your Honor, wherein they have to submit the butcher for our post-audit.
Hindi ko naintindihan yung sagot mo. Tinatanong ko sa'yo, ay yung mobilization fee, ibig mong sabihin, hindi nyo pa na-audit, nag-start na yung project?
Your Honor, if the butcher is already with us, then we're going to audit that. But by this time, Your Honor, I presume that there's already audit done on that payment of mobilization.
So, you presume na na-audit na. Tama lang sapagkat...
Because there's already partial payment, Your Honor. Progress payment already.
Kaya nga, ang tinatanong ko lang naman, kapag may partial payment na mobilization, di ba ino-audit nyo naman yung payment?
We will audit that. We will audit that, Your Honor. Yes, that's right. But then, the voucher should be submitted to us.
Kaya
we cannot audit until we can see the voucher, until the voucher is submitted to us. And the answer is yes, we're going to audit those payments.
Pakinggan mo lang yung tanong. Kung ano lang yung tinatanong sa'yo, yun ang sagutin mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sa kasong ito, may mobilization payment na dahil nakapag-umpisa na silang magtrabaho. Yung project ongoing na eh. At
yes, Your Honor.
Yung mo, meron na, di ba, na mobilization. So nag-umpisa na kayo mag-audit. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Hindi ba, bago ba ninyo bayaran yung, let's say, bago nyo i-audit ang mobilization, hindi ba nyo tiningnan kung ano yung status ng lupa?
With your respect, Your Honor, it is not COA that will pay, but its management, it's DPWH, the implementing agency that will make the payment, Your Honor.
You mean the COA is not also in a position to check whether the project is regular? For example, yung pagtatayuan ay hindi pa naman sa pangalan ng city government? Pwede na sa inyo yon?
Your Honor, under existing regulations, we have the opportunity to check on the legality of the transaction.
Post-audit.
On post-audit, and there's a regulation that...
Sa makatwid, ang ibig mo sabihin, wala kang pakialam kung saan niya itinayo, kung sa gitna ng dagat niya tinayo, wala kang pakialam. Kung sa bundok niya tinayo, hindi mo pakikialaman. Basta ang importante, matapos yan, post-audit. Ganun ba ibig mo sabihin?
No, Your Honor. We're going to scrutinize the supporting documents, Your Honor.
Kasi atong defensive, Mr. COA, tinatanong ka lang naman, alam mo ba na itinayo yan sa private property? Ang sasabihin mo na naman, kasi post-audit kami. Sa mga katwid, hindi nyo na pakialam o hindi nyo na pinakikialaman kung saan itatayo ang project. Tama?
Malalaman namin yan, Your Honor, based on the voucher, based on the supporting documents, Your Honor.
Yun na nga eh. So malalaman mo na lang pagtapos na yung project at nalaman mo ngayon na private property palang pinagtayuan. Anong gagawin mo?
Not necessarily, Your Honor, na pagkatapos na ng project, but if the contract is submitted to us for our review, then that will give us an idea that there's something wrong in the project.
Ibig mo sabihin, hindi pa kayo binigyan ng kopya ng kontrata kung yung project ay nakatayo sa private land o hindi?
We have already copy of the contract, Your Honor. And our auditors, they're going to review on the legal and editorial aspects of the contract. And this review of the contract on the legal and editorial aspect was submitted to us in the regional office. And our usual procedure is to refer it to, because there's a request, once there is a finding of regularity, that the contract is above board, then we're going to...
DS Marcoleta, you have overtime already. Maybe you can wind up our questions, and the next round you will be given the same opportunity.
Yes, Your Honor, may I continue?
Yes, please.
Once there is already the contract, Your Honor, because it is required under existing regulations of the COA that the contract should be submitted to us for our review. Within 5 days from perfection of the contract, meaning from the signing of the contract, there's already meeting of the minds, then we are going to review that. But then for this transaction, Your Honor, we beg that considering that our auditors are not knowledgeable in the law, they are not lawyers, they are not even law students or law graduates, that for any defect in the contract, legally speaking, on legal aspect, we could not assure that whatever findings they have are indeed right. That we will know that there are defects in the contract once they are submitted to us. But then because of that provision in the law also that everything done by a public official is considered legal.
Can I cut you now? Kasi ang tanong ko napakasimple lang eh. Ang sabi mo, dahil post-audit kayo, kaya hindi mo pa alam kung may irregularity o hindi.
The chair has already advised the good deputy speaker to wind up. So he should now wind up because he has over exceeded his time, Mr. Chair. So he should now wind up as per your order, Mr. Chair.
Reiterate my order to the last question.
Pwede ba, Mr. Chair? Akala ko ba usapan wala nang ganong klaseng mga comments na...
No, this order is from the chair, not from DS Oaminal. This is because we have 5 people on the line. It will revert back to you on the second round.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'm only trying to
Okay.
stop
Last question. Last question. Please answer concise and to the point. Director
Vocal, Your Honor.
Vocal.
No, COA.
Yes,
Mr.
Your
COA
Honor.
representative, pakinggan mo lang at sagutin mo lang para mag-wind up na ako rito. I will probably resort to a second round here. Ang sabi mo kanina, dahil sa kayo ay post-audit, so hindi mo alam kung private property o hindi. Pero malalaman mo rin yan kapag na-scrutinize ninyo yung mga documents. Hindi ba ganun ang sinabi mo?
Yes, Your Honor, but then not only on post-audit.
Yun. Ang dami mo kasing sinasabi, tinatanong ko lang ang sagutin mo eh. Kung sakaling malaman mo, sapagkat dumating na yung mga contract sa'yo at pinag-aralan na ninyo, kasi puro ginagawa nyo, naglalagay lang kayo ng billboard sa, hindi nyo naman pala alam eh. Pagkatapos na malaman mo na pinagtayuan pala nila ay private property sapagkat they are in the process of probably titling it in the name of the city government, anong gagawin ng COA kapag nalaman niya na private property palang pinagtayuan?
Following the rules, Your Honor, we will issue AOA mandat, audit observation memorandum, requesting management to explain, and then if their explanations are not satisfactory to us, we're going to issue notice of suspension, giving them another opportunity to further explain the deficiency. And still, if their explanation is not for us valid, then we're going to issue notice of disallowance. And if there's a complaint on that, we have January 30, 2020 memorandum and COA Circular 2020.
Mr. COA, ang tanong ko lang sa'yo, pag nalaman mo na private property palang pinagtayuan, anong gagawin ninyo?
Yan na nga, Your Honor, that we are going to issue audit observation memorandum informing management of the defects in the transaction.
Oh.
And afterwards,
Anong gagawin mo sa project? Nakatayo na, tinatayo na.
we're going to hear from them, Your Honor, the reasons why those
Anong gagawin mo sa project na nakatayo na? Alam mo, Mr. Chair, the reason why we're hearing this because this is also in aid of legislation. Yan palaging sinasabi ng COA kasi,
Post-audit.
Post-audit, ang daming problema. Eh ano ngayon kung mag-issue ka ng, let's say, observation memo? Eh ano ngayon kung mag-issue ka ng notice of disallowance? Nandyan na yung project. In the final analysis, how will you dispose the property? Sinong magiging may-ari ng property? Sino magtitira doon? Eh private property nga ito eh. Ngayon mo lang makikita ngayon sapagkat post-audit ka. This is the problem. I will resort to my second round, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Thank you, Mr. Director Vocal. Next to interpolate is DS Oaminal, then Chairman Presley De Jesus, the third. DS Oaminal, you have 30 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I would just ask some questions for clarifications to the resource speaker before I'll make a manifestation on the entirety of the project.
Please address the chair directly, not the resource person for your questions.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I'm just making a preliminary
Yes,
remarks
okay.
on my time, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, in the adjudication of the evidence, the chair cleared that issue number 1 and number 2 and number 3 trying to implicate the DPWH as the office that commits the violations. I would like therefore to ask DPWH, the district engineer to explain and clarify what is this PMCA about, which was being raised by the author as who had reported a 71% accomplishment.
The Carol Abinales, please respond to the question.
It should be the DEH po na, Mr. Chair, who is now the current,
Yung current na ba?
yeah, he is now the current district.
But this happened during the time of Abinales,
Yeah,
the 71%.
Yeah, but this is what we call a policy of the DPWH,
Okay.
this PMCA. This is a system
Hipon,
which the district
the
engineer can explain.
Hipon, please answer. Hipon na.
Yes, yes. Please. Dala. 76%. Okay. Now, this is as of May 31, 2020. This is under project 19KJ0186, comprising of two area, which is area 1 is Malaubang section and the second section is Lampan section, for a total project cost of 50 million pesos. Now, as of May 31, 2020, the accomplishment is 71.36. What was shown earlier was that it was not a report from Camiguin, from Misamis Occidental, but from Bukidnon. So I believe that first presentation was wrong.
Okay, so the author implies that there is that the project is ghost because the presentation was that there is already an accomplishment of 71% before the contractor had started the project on May. So you were referring that this is, he was mentioning that this is PMCA generated system. So
Yes.
can you please inform this committee what is really the actual accomplishment and what is that PMCA? Why is that PMCA has reported a 71%? No, when the accordingly it does not reflect to the actual accomplishment. Can you please explain that system for the satisfaction of the committee members?
PCMA means project contract management application. Project contract management application. It is a computer generated report, and then the accomplishment are all
Based on projection of the PERT CPM?
yes, based on projection as per our prepared PERT CPM. And along the way, it may change based on if there be any changes in the project, such as variation orders or any suspension orders. Now, the 71.36 is correct, and because based on our report as of May 20 to 2020, what was reported was 71.36. That is correct, sir. But and that is for May 31, 2020.
And that report is based on the original PERT CPM, which was not yet amended because of the suspension,
Yes,
which
sir.
was
Yes, sir.
earlier mentioned, because the contractor wasn't able to start the work immediately since the lot was not yet available.
Yes, sir. This is still subject to change upon approval of the variation orders, suspension orders.
Okay. So, in short, the project is there. It is not ghost. There is no ghost payment because even if it is 71% as system generated, but the payment that the agency has made to the contractor is how much? Is it also 71% or based
No,
on the
sir.
actual accomplishment?
No, sir. As of October 26, 2020, what was paid was only equivalent to 39%, sir.
Which represents the actual accomplishment.
Yes, sir. Only 39% as of that date. What was paid was only 39% of the total cost of the project, sir.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I would like to, as representative of the people, where this particular project belongs in the city of Osamis. So I would like to make a presentation on the program, and before I will make some further clarificatory questions to the resource speakers and also to the author, Mr. Chair. May I request for the presentation, the slide presentation on the actual situation of the project?
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, he is out
Mr.
of
Chair?
order. DS Oaminal is out of order.
What is your grounds?
The grounds, Mr. Chair, why is he the one presenting the project? Is he the contractor?
Mr.
The DPWH, if they so desire, should be the one to make a presentation, but they will ask this committee to do so. If DS Oaminal is the contractor, probably, then I will allow that. But is he the contractor, Mr. Chair? He is no personality in presenting his own project.
So what is your motion,
Mr. Chair?
DS
He
Marcoleta?
cannot be allowed to make a presentation,
Can you
Mr.
form
Chair.
that? Can you translate that into a motion so
I
that
move
we can
that he-
the chair can rule?
It is completely
Mr. Chair, it is
out
still
of
my
order,
time.
Mr. Chair,
The
for
point
DS Oaminal to make a presentation considering that he is not a member, is not an official of DPWH. This is a project entirely upon the supervision and implementation of DPWH. It has nothing to do with him.
Mr. Chair, the point of order does not, when we say point of order, there is a violation of the role. No, there is no role or raised by DS Marcolita which serve as a basis for his point of order.
There is no rule, Mr. Chair.
I am,
We are ruling on the basis of my own resolution that there are infractions concerning the project in Osamis City, and the project concerns the implementation of DPWH. So the DPWH are supposed to be the ones defending this project, not DS Oaminal.
DS Oaminal, can you answer his objection, his point of order?
Mr. Chair, as I said, there is no role violated which serves as a basis for his point of order. And
For the
second
one
thing, Mr. Chair,
violating the
may
rule,
I still
Mr.
be
Chair.
allowed to, this is my time, Mr. Chair.
DS Marcoleta, please give leeway to explain his side why he will show this presentation.
Well, Mr. Chair,
I made a preliminary.
he should first present the personality why he is the one presenting the project himself.
Mr. Chair, I had already made a preliminary remarks, Mr. Chair, and about to continue.
No, the
Who is
preliminary
the project funded?
Can we stick to a question and answer phase? Because this is an interpellation. So I would appreciate if we could proceed with the question. You can question anybody to present your case.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
as I said, the resolution covers in his first whereas an appropriations funded by the General Appropriations Act, Mr. Chair. And this particular provision, Mr. Chair, is the project, this is local infrastructure fund on our GAA, which has been proposed by the respective congressman in the different districts or party lists. So this is a project funded out of the representation of this representation, Mr. Chair. So that's why I would present the project because I am the proponent. And then
How long is the presentation?
it just actually, it will not take
2 minutes, 5 minutes?
There is probably 1 minute, then there's another 2 minutes, 3 minutes as I go along, Mr. Chair.
Oh, please be informed that this is part of your 30 minutes.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, please proceed.
Okay.
Please proceed, Mr. DS Oaminal.
This is just a slide presentation. Mr. Chair, that is the condition of the area of the residents who are the beneficiaries of this project, Mr. Chair. And then the project, slide presentation 2, that is the project, Mr. Chair, to transform the standard of living of those informal settlers in that area to this kind of project, Mr. Chair. And that right side building, Mr. Chair, is the one funded, that first unit on the right side, that is the one funded of the 50 million allocations, portion of the 50 million, which is the 35 million, and the other one, which is in diagonal, that is the phase 2, which is funded by the 20% development fund of the city, Mr. Chair. So that can you please go back to the first slide? The first slide. Okay. The residents of the area, Mr. Chair, there are about 100 beneficiaries, residents, more or less. Of this,
Mr. Chair, may I make a manifestation that this slide was taken during the height of Sendong, Typhoon Sendong.
Mr. Chair, he can make manifestation
Mr. Chair. This was taken during the Typhoon Sendong, Mr. Chair, not in Laman. This is not in Laman.
Noted.
Chair.
Please do not engage.
Is this in Barangay Laman? I want to ask him. Is this Barangay
Is this in
Laman?
Barangay Laman?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
That is not in
That is
Laman,
the-
Mr. Chair.
I
will ask residents.
Please listen. Please do not engage one another and ask the chair directly your questions.
Mr.
Yeah.
Chair, this slide is misrepresenting and he is misleading this court, this committee. This is not in Laman. This is somewhere else, maybe Malaubang, but this was taken at the height of Typhoon Sendong, which is 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Huwag tayo mag-slide and do not put us drawings here.
may just be
You
allowed
can
to
put up the best drawings here. That this is not
Because,
the
please, noted, DS Marcoleta. Please proceed. DS Oaminal, you have already consumed 12 minutes of your time.
Mr. Chair, so this is the site of the Laman housing project. This right side, Mr. Chair, there are about 100 more or less residents in the area. And of the 100 residents, only currently only 2 opposes in the expropriation, what we call, in the original negotiation with the local government, Mr. Chair. The concept of the program is that the national government through the DPWH will fund the building and the land shall be the counterpart of the local government unit. So it's the local government, that's why it's the local government that handles the expropriation, Mr. Chair. And of the residents, the residents are the beneficiaries, so that when the DPWH started the construction, the residents voluntarily dismantled their houses and then turned over it to the